Hello everybody and welcome to your week ahead energy reading for the Mind Body Soul Transformation Collective. I hope you've had a great week so far and enjoying your weekend. I'm going to start by pulling some oracle cards from my Starseed Oracle deck, which I haven't used for a while, but it spoke to me as I was looking for decks to use, and then I may use a couple of other oracle decks too before we dive into the tarot. A theme that is really forefront of my mind at the moment, and I just can't, even as I've tuned into the energy for this reading, it seems like the overarching theme energetically right now, it is new ways of being in connection with others. And there's a piece here for me that feels like the last few weeks of intense emotional clearing, healing, have all been to prepare us to be able to do just that. And so there might be new connections coming in for you. There might be shifts within your connections, or we might just notice new things that we're wanting within connections with other people. And a sense almost of transition, but ease in navigating that in ways that we actually might not be used to. I don't know, it feels really strong. Anyway, let's start and see what wants to come through from the Starseed Oracle deck. Messages for the Mind Body Soul Transformation Collective for the week ahead. Thank you, Spirit. Messages that are of the light and the best, for the best and highest good of all. Thank you. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. What are you holding on to still, despite all that the energy might have brought up over the last few weeks, that you're resisting? What are you resisting right now? We've got a few out on the table. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Probably too many in this middle pile. We've got Star Brothers. Protection, loyalty, safety, trust, activated earth, deep cellular healing, and weight. I'm actually going to leave them out. I feel like there's something there. Again, I do have my Gaia deck out. Again, I think we've got another message around the earth this week, central to whatever is happening in our lives. Weight of the world. I just realized that phrasing too. All right, this was the first card, weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Then we had these four, which I've put on the table like this. Star Brothers, activated earth, deep cellular healing, and weight of the world. Yeah, we'll have to dive deeper there. Weight of the world. There's definitely something there. And then I've got I remember, soul plan, fated life versus destiny life. Something's waking up within you. Bottom of the deck, I think I already said, yeah, we had karmic relationships. Just realized. So we've got Horus here in this Star Brothers card, and that speaks to the Eye of Horus, which speaks to the awakening of your third eye. Again, those spiritual gifts that we've been speaking about last week, I think it was, awakening within you. It speaks to the reclamation of your personal power or sovereignty, and also can speak to the rebirth of the sacred or divine masculine energy, which definitely is present right now. But I also, as I said, had out my Sacred Symbols Oracle deck, and I didn't really know why, because the energy of this deck didn't really align with what I was feeling for this reading. But I have just looked over and realized why. So the Eye of Horus is on these symbols. So I'm going to go straight to this deck and see what else wants to come out, because there's definitely something here. And again, I'm feeling really heavily Gaia energy coming through this reading. So I'll sit with shortly where we need to go there to tap into that a little bit more. Spirit, what else do we need to know regarding the week ahead energy reading, and I guess in particular this Horus energy? That's too many. But again, we've got release. What are we letting go? It's not yours to carry. Fire, psychic, healer with the Eye of Horus. I think we'll take that one. And good fortune. there's something this is only one part of this message. There's something in terms of what are you still holding on to that's no longer in alignment. There's a piece there that's stopping this next level of awakening, next level of ascension, next level of gifts, purpose, mission coming through for you, to remembering your soul plan and allowing that to all fall into place. Anything else there, Spirit? Oh, Divine Feminine. And on the floor, we've got transformation and gratitude. So we've now got Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energy on the table. Transformation and gratitude. And as I picked those cards up with the gratitude card, it was the message that was coming through there was, I feel like we're stepping into these new templates, and maybe this relates to what I was saying at the start. It's like new ways of being in connection with each other, but also new ways of being in connection with the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energy, and they're transforming the expression and embodiment of those from even what we were expressing maybe even a month ago, 2 months ago, is transforming. And there's this piece here around holding space for that, letting go of the ideas we might have around what it means to be Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, and letting that transform, and meeting each version of those energies with that sense of reverence is actually what's coming through, which was what I was getting from the gratitude card. It's like, rather than one versus another, as we come into bringing these energies into union, there is a piece of needing to let go of the past hurts, the past issues, both within this lifetime and past lifetimes, relating to the separation of those two energies, and meeting them where they are right now in this transforming state, and seeing each other, but also those versions of those energies within ourselves through a lens of reverence, of gratitude, of appreciation, of seeing the beauty within that. And as I sit with that, and I just was coming back to this Earth or Gaia message, it's like, again, I'm getting this message of something about the connection of the Earth and the Sun, and activated Earth here being on the table, deep cellular healing. Those two energies are shifting and transforming right now, along with the masculine and feminine energies within us, within sacred union, and resulting in healing. Chills. But what's the weight of the world? What's the weight of the world piece here, Spirit? Can I get that from this deck? What's the weight of the world piece? The weight relating to guides. Whoa. Guides, courage. These decks message. Just one card, please, Spirit. Weight of the world. If it's not this deck, I just need some guidance around what deck to use. Something about this is what we've been waiting for, which is not the energy I was getting originally, but so that might just be, again, part of the message. This union, this transformation of Divine Feminine and Masculine energy, both within us, within our connections, and within the Sun and Earth herself, is what we've been waiting for. I really don't know what deck to use, Spirit. Oh, Guides card came out. I think I said this, one of the cards that just came out was Guides, and I got a new deck this week. I was like, I don't know what deck to use. Yes, you do. We literally just told you. Okay, interesting. I didn't, I've only used this deck so far for my own readings. I haven't used it for any personal readings or these readings. Just one more shuffle. What is the weight of the world piece here, Spirit? What is the weight of the world piece? I want to say, what are we waiting for? So I guess that's the question. What are we waiting for? Or what have we been waiting for? Disruption. Teamwork. Disruption, teamwork, celebration. What's interesting is these sacred symbol cards that are sitting here that I've just used and shuffled. I could see a card sticking out, which is, I'll pull it out, actually, I'll show you, was a 22 card, and it caught my attention being grounded. The anchor just caught my attention too. Anyway, so that caught my attention. This disruption card is a 21 card. I don't know how many different types of cards there are here in terms of the types of guides, but both of these are helper guides cards. What have we been waiting for? Disruption to... Do you have anything else for me, Spirit, there? I'm just needing a bit more there. Thank you. Disruption, surprise, something unexpected, something that's going to shift things. I mean, there's so much that could fit in here at the earth level. And, you know, I've spoken about various events on this channel. You will see various earth-based events on many other channels. Boredom just coming through. We're sick of waiting, but we've got to wait a bit longer. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. Show you the images on these cards because they might have a message there for you too. Disruption and teamwork, which is probably why I've got the Starseed deck out, that we're working together. What's this teamwork piece, please, Spirit? What's this teamwork piece? Disruption. Disruption to the way that we work together. A change in how we, whatever I said at the start, a change in how we're connecting to each other. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. I'm getting really strongly, there's like this remembering that we are all connected, and this, gosh, there's so many layers to this reading, and it's quite difficult to articulate all that's coming through. So I do think there is energy at play, again, on the individual and collective level, our connection levels, but also earth and sun levels, that is bringing about a disruption and a remembering to the ways that we connect with each other, and a remembering that we are all connected through universal intelligence. What's this shift? I feel like there's a shift that this brings. When we remember this, Spirit, what does that look like? What is the outcome of the remembering? What is the outcome of the remembering? Is it in here? 3. One more. No. What is the outcome of the remembering? I'm going to just go back to the Sacred Symbols deck. What is the outcome of the remembering, Spirit, please? What is the outcome of the remembering once this shift happens? The weight of the world is what we've been waiting for. What is the outcome of the remembering, please, Spirit? Thank you. 3 more. Thank you. Boundaries. There's boundaries there too. 2, 3. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. Boundaries. Weight of the world. I just split the deck to psychic. I'm pretty sure this deck has a telepathy card. And I've just seen that in my mind's eye. Speaking of third eye. So let's just see if this deck can... Duality, masculine, feminine. What do we need to know about it? Death and rebirth, darkness to light. Boundaries. What's the outcome of this remembering, Spirit, please? I do think anything else, Spirit? Thank you. 2 more. Circle of eternal joy, soul radiance, phoenix rising, which is death and rebirth. Okay. All right. I think I've pieced this together now to some degree. And again, this is energetically happening at many levels. That feels really clear. It's like every level this is happening at. There is a transformation happening that is shifting in the divine feminine, divine masculine aspects, and even how those two meet together. That is what we've been waiting for, that is activating a remembering. Now, I do feel, and I know I say this often, I do feel like there is an event here. And I was getting that a little bit before I pulled out this deck of something that is causing disruption, but also causing us to come together and set boundaries around what, not even just not what's ours to carry, but what we will no longer tolerate. I feel like I need to read that out of the book. Then, as I said, I went to the my Priestess of the Light deck with this exact card in my mind, because I felt like it's like this staged effect of shift in energy, something disrupting, us, causing us to remember our connection to each other, but also to the universal knowledge and intelligence that is making people step into their sovereign power, step into their power and say, no more, we're not tolerating this anymore, and putting an end to the darkness in the world in terms of it being in power. Shining light on the darkness within us, like meeting ourselves within with light, but the darkness of the world is shifting. And I just was getting this strong sense in terms of the awakening of the gifts, the remembering, and this connection to each other and to the universal, the intelligence of the universe lies within you, that telepathic gifts are going to start opening as a result of this transmission, perception, communication. All right, I just, I do this every week. I do readings like this every week. And still when that kind of thing happens, it's like, yeah, it's hard to explain. What number are you, boundaries? You are 26. Stand your ground, be your own guardian, and take up space. This is not a time to play small. Honor your space and create healthy boundaries in your situation. Meditate on this symbol when you want to set a healthy boundary and stick to it. The Jaguar can also help you keep your integrity and standards high. The Jaguar is a symbol of integrity. I just realized there's Jaguars on this card too. There's something there. I'll have a look up of the spiritual significance of a Jaguar in more depth, but this has got a little bit here. The Jaguar is a symbol of integrity and impeccability. It has a healthy sense of boundaries and respects magic and the unknown. All right, so it says the Jaguar holds profound spiritual meaning across many indigenous and mystical traditions, especially in Mesoamerican, South American, and shamanic lineages. It is a powerful symbol of transformation, protection, feminine power, and shadow mastery. Okay, again, I feel like there's 2 levels of messages here that I want to tap into for you. So I'm going to do the individual level, so for you within your own life first from a tarot point of view, and then I'm going to dive into this Gaia energy because it feels quite strong and potent again. And so for any of you that are interested in what that might be representative of, then stick around and have a listen to that. What I did want to do, if I can find my book, yes, then, is just read you the telepathy card because, and it's a 22 card too. What was that other 22 card I said? I've lost it now because I shuffled the deck again. Grounded and telepathy. All right. Let me read this one to you. This card shows the priestess of the universal mind, the eternal voice. The light that rises from above her crown chakra opens the door to all of spirit. The orb encircling her heart center vibrates through infinity, opening the portal to immortal wisdom. She comes to tell you that you are, right now, capable of profound perception and telepathic communication. You've been endowed with this talent since the origins of divine consciousness at the beginning of time. So let yourself trust in that innate power. When you want to receive, all you need to do is stop, breathe, open up, and trust. The wolf's bright eyes pierce straight into the heart of the spirit world. This wolf creates a direct connection with the eternal entities riding the waves of the energetic realm. The wolf's incredible instincts, acute senses, extraordinary intelligence offer profound understanding of every aspect of the environment. You have this capacity as well. Practice tuning in to the helpful transmissions around you, and you'll be amazed by spontaneous insights. This powerful card calls upon your incredible ability to reach out and communicate with the very elements of the earth, in addition to receiving transmissions from the outer edges of the universe, from the spirit world and beyond. It is your destiny, what we've been waiting for. It is your destiny and the destiny of humankind to evolve into this deep telepathic state. Do not think it is beyond you. Open up to this sleeping power and the universe will speak to you in more ways than you can imagine. The affirmation for this card is, I am the receiver of universal power and information. The infinite wisdom of the world always comes to me when I need it. I've just had a look at the Weight of the World card and there's a piece in here I just want to read you because it feels really important for this. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it is a call to establish clear boundaries so that you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet, the world, needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again in the next morning if you so choose, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. I feel like that is really important. And I'll do the I Remember card. I think we've had this card before, but anyway. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. As I was saying before, this is what we've been waiting for. It's like our souls chose to come here at this time knowing that this is what we're stepping into and where we're ending up. And so even just reading that, when you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life, we live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one that we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was pre-arranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You are being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that is undefined, it is normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through. It is all part of the larger plan. Sure is. Okay, I'm going to go to the Earth Woman Tarot for our individual messages. I have cards and boxes everywhere because we've used so many decks already. But anyway, that is okay. Oops. Gosh, I'm dropping a lot of cards today. Let me just grab all of those because that was a bunch of them. Magician and the Fool. Oh, poking out. Three of Wands. What are we waiting for? This is what we've been waiting for. One more, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, Spirit. Regarding this, how do we even want to start this? I actually think we might go in 3 stages. Regarding this shift in our masculine and feminine energy and meeting that with reverence and union, and maybe the shift in our connections, what do you want us to know, Spirit? What do you want us to know? Thank you. What do you want us to know? Thank you. Any more? Chariot and the 3 of Swords. Three of Swords actually landed right under the Weight of the World card, so I'm going to leave that over there. The Chariot came out on this. So this transformation, I was going to say is happening quickly, but as I went to say that, I heard is happening now. We've got the darkness and shadow, the death and rebirth of darkness to light, the balancing of those 2 energies within ourselves, that we're moving forward because we have done that work over the last few weeks, and we're moving forward really quickly with the Chariot energy here. There may be some of you undertaking travel. Ace of Pentacles. Two of Wands at the bottom. This is something new that we're building, which I feel like we already knew. That was the 9 of Cups. Thinking about coming up. Anything else, Spirit? What around this energy of new ways we're showing up in connection with each other, maybe? Is there anything around that you'd like us to know? 4 of Wands. Did want to come out. So 1111 might be a number that you're seeing. This is a union card. Can also speak to marriage. I'm just getting a real strong union message from that card, actually, without needing to go into the other messages there. We're building. Yeah, okay. So we started this reading by me saying the energy feels really strong around how we're showing up in connection with others in new ways. And that's this. We're building new ways, and this is happening really quickly with this transformation of divine feminine and divine masculine energy, and the union of those both within us and finding soul partners is what I'm hearing. The sacred partnership, divine union outside of ourselves as well. But as always, that has to happen within first. I'm just noticing the butterflies on this 4 of Wands card and the similar colouring of these 2 cards as well. Is there anything else we need to know about this union, Spirit? Anything else we need to know? Or anything we need to be doing? Nine of Cups, Three of Wands, and Ace of Wands. So lots of new energy. Nine of Cups being happiness, and it's coming in for us. Okay, I'm going to move on to the Three of Swords that came out. So I was asking about this energy, but it actually landed on the weight of the world, and so that feels like where it belongs. Three of Swords, as you can probably tell by the imagery, speaks to, pain, distress, heartache, heartbreak, which is and can feel like the weight of the world. Anything else there, Spirit, with regards to the weight of the world on the individual level? What messages do you want to share with us around that? Thank you, Spirit. Weight of the world. Three of Swords here. King of Wands, Seven of Cups. So typically it's the Seven of Swords that is a lies and deceptions card, but Seven of Cups is confusion and, not knowing what's in each cup. And I immediately felt lies and deceptions with this card as it came out. And it's, King of Wands isn't a negative card. And so as I take my interpretation of this, we've got King of Cups at the bottom. But I'm feeling like this weight of the world is related to the lies and deceptions and confusion that's been caused by people in power yielding their power to make us confused and to ultimately hurt us. And that's the weight of the world that we're really feeling right now. And King of Cups at the bottom, there is a shift on the collective level to a more heart-centered leadership, but also for us connecting more with our own hearts and with each other, rather than, again, staying stuck in this energy. So how can you find peace and quiet within your life to disconnect from this energy that's actually going to allow this transition to happen a little bit easier for you? Spirit, just with these cards in the middle, so Star Brothers, Activated Earth, Deep Cellular Healing, and Weight, what do you want us to know on the individual level, please, Spirit? Thank you. What do you want us to know? I'm seeing the Sun card. I don't know if that's going to be one of those two. Oh. Hierophant. Page of Wands, Ace of Cups. Page of Wands, Ace of Cups, Hierophant. Four of Cups at the bottom with Death. So for me, with Four of Wands at the bottom, I probably just want to start there. Death, and what else? Two of Swords. This is kind of that energy we were just talking about with the last cards of finding your peace. And by doing that, rather than focusing on or feeling apathetic around what's happening in the world, a new offering of something heart-centered is coming through. We've got, that is an Ace of Cups there being handed to her. We've got the Ace of Cups here. And as I was looking at this imagery, and I couldn't see the whole thing under the Page of Wands, but it was like, this has been growing for some time. This is what we've been waiting for, is this heart-centered leadership. The dove just drew my attention to it. It's peace. It's growing out of the darkness like a lotus does, out of the mud, out of the murkiness, out of the confusion. We're sitting in our own peace. With the Hierophant card here, I'm getting real priestess energy. So the Hierophant card speaks to structures, institutions, religions, education, those real, systems and structures type of thing. It is a 5 card, so it does speak to change. It is Taurus energy, but I'm getting this real, priestess energy, like a shift in actually what a shift within those areas of our life, and that might be the death of what they currently look like and the birth. We've now got the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and Ace of Cups out on the card. We're only missing the Ace of Swords, which is truth. But a death and rebirth and building of something new that is much more heart-centered. And it is by us being willing to step into our own personal power in like little increments at a time. Yeah, with the Page of Wands here, it's a new direction that is much more heart-centered. We've then got I Remember, Spirit. What are we remembering at the individual level? What are we remembering at the individual level? What are we remembering, Spirit? The Devil and the Two of Wands. Anything else, Spirit? That we're currently chained. Actually, that's fallen over where those boundaries card are. The World, the Two of Wands, Ten of Swords. Anything else, Spirit? The Hermit in reverse, Temperance. The Hermit in the reverse. So the Hermit is kind of, and it's landed over here, where it's like spend some time by yourself in your own energy to escape what's happening in the world. But it's for this, in terms of what we're remembering, it's that we're never alone. Even in those moments, actually even more so in those moments, we are connected to this infinite wisdom of the universe, to everything within the world. And the way of existing within the world, the way of the world existing itself, and again we'll go to Gaia's energy shortly, is changing, is shifting. We're choosing a new path, new direction. The Devil card also came out, but it did come out over in this area of it actually landed on the disruption card. So to me, this is what, when I said before, these cards over here were speaking to a disruption waking us up to bring us all together, to set boundaries. It's like we're no longer going to be controlled. We refuse to be controlled. We're stepping into our own personal power. And by doing that and connecting to the universal intelligence and wisdom, that's when we bring online this next level of human. The new human is what just came through there. Anything else there, Spirit? What else do you want us to know around that? Thank you. Oh, too many. Okay, let me see what we got. That is way too many. I'll get the one that... Okay, so... we're recognizing we can get ourselves out of this with the Five of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords was also there, so we now have all aces out. This was sitting by itself upright. So there is, that truth coming through. I think the rest is probably too many to take. The Lovers and the Seven of Wands. Justice, Ten of Swords. Yeah, I'm going to put these back. Seven of Swords. Also, the ways with the Lies and Deceits card I was speaking about before. Spirit, just because that was too many, is there anything still in here that you want us to know in this space? Thank you. So we got two of the same cards came out again. Six of Swords tried to come out, moving to calmer waters. We've got Ten of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Six of Cups. I'm going to leave the Ten of Pentacles over there for a second and just speak to these two cards, because to me they're speaking to how we can choose to respond to this disruption. Whatever this disruption is on the individual, collective, earth-based level, we can either sit in this space of of despair, not recognizing the opportunity that is there for us, thinking we're in a storm, and we may well literally be in a storm, or we can come together. And this is the remembering of our wisdom, of our connection, of our oneness. And if we're able to do all of that, then the new earth, the everything that we came here for, this is what we came here for, can come in to us. Well, that was beautiful. Just wrapping up the individual. Yes, just wrapping up the individual message, Spirit, and closing messages. Gosh, these cards are flying everywhere today. Too many, sorry, Spirit, and all kinds of flipped around. Magician also there. Sorry, Spirit, can we just have one or two cards, if there are any messages, just to close this out. Four of Swords, healing. Healing. This is all part of it. The Lovers did come out again. That's Gemini energy. We are in Gemini season right now, but it also is union. Okay. Let me just pack up those, and then we will move on to the next part of the reading. And I'm going to tune into Gaia's energy, but that doesn't mean the messages won't apply to you individually. So if you do have the time, patience, and willingness, please stick around, because as above, so below, as within, so without, it is all interrelated. I'm going to go to my Gaia deck, which I've been relying on a lot lately, haven't we? With all that has been coming through for Earth herself, which is, I'll show you, sorry, Dreams of Gaia.